When it comes to creating content, one of the hardest things is making sure that you have enough content ideas. And in today's video, I'm going to show you the exact framework and system that I use with all of my clients to help them never run out of content in 2026. My name is Reiss Beckford and I have a coaching service called the Growth Club. This is where I help athletes, coaches, and CEOs develop their personal brands to help continue to have impact and build their income specifically online. So let's jump straight into the laptop and go through this system and framework. The first thing that we've got to do is work out what the goal is when it comes to creating content and posting on social media. So as you can see here, we have a few goals that are super common when it comes to the people that I'm working with. So we've got working with brands, building a coaching service, selling digital products, maybe even just building some brand awareness around a particular product or yourself, and then also to sell physical products like the e-commerce business. So once you've worked out what the goal is, what it is you want to achieve from posting on socials, and also what you're going to do using the growth of your personal brand, this is where we can then go into the next step, which is step one, and start building your content. So step one is going to be interest breakdown. This is where you are going to be the center of attention. And it's going to be all about you as an individual. As we know, and as you may have seen on social media, there is a big division between being the niche or niching down. In my opinion, I believe that you are the niche. All of your interests are what you can use to provide a good connection, a good impact, and then build your income. So you should be the star of the show. So in your interest breakdown, this is where we're going to list everything that you are interested in. As you can see here, I have broken down myself as an example. So we have sports, AI, personal branding, social media, marketing, self-development, business, fashion, and fitness. These are just some great examples of the things that I am currently interested in. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a diagram similar to this. It can be done on a piece of paper. You're going to put yourself in the middle, a little spider diagram, and list all of the things that you can think that you are interested in. From there, we're going to go into step two, which is your interest segmentation. So you are going to take all of the things that you have listed in step one and then start to break them down into other segments. For example, as you can see here, I've done sports. Some of the sports that I could be interested in: football, basketball, Formula One, and athletics. Again, you are going to take all of these from step one and break these into different components. Again, I've given another example here, which is the fitness bracket. And fitness can be broken down into training, nutrition, recovery, mindset, wellness, longevity. So I would repeat this for every single interest that you have put down in step one, and repeat this as many times as you can to create as many segments as possible. From there, step three is going to be interest expansion. This is where we're going to take each of those interests and we are going to expand it as much as possible. So from the list that you've made in step two, create two columns labeled agree and disagree. Make a list of everything that you agree with and disagree with when it comes to each component of that interest. For example, in this one, I've taken training, which has come from the fitness component. So in red are the things that I disagree with. So we have training in a bro split, training every day, CrossFit, Hyrox only training, and one-to-one personal training. And then in my other column, which is my green column, this is the column that I agree with. It is full body training. We've got sub-maximal effort. We've got structured training, enjoyable training, and SGPT, which is small group personal training. Again, I would do this for every single component of every single section that you have listed. By the time you have done that, you'll have a lot of content that you can then go on to create, because you'll have lots of subjects to talk about. From there, we are going to go into step 4, which is your actual content creation. Start to create on one thing that you agree with or disagree with using these specific formats. So we have specific formats that we can use when it comes to social media. Let's take Instagram for an example. You've got static photo. This is a static photo of you training, for example. Sorry, just to take a step back. Here I have used the bro split example. So it is something that I disagree with from section 3, and I've brought that into the content creation section, which is step 4. So we could create a static photo. This could be a photo of me training, and it would be a list in the caption of why, the reasons I disagree with the bro split, and all the value would be in the caption. So that would be one type of content. Then you have a reel or a video. You got two options here. This could be a talking head video, a bit like this, where I'm talking to the camera and explaining maybe a couple of reasons why I don't like the bro split or why I disagree with it. And then option number 2 could be a B-roll video. This is like a short 5 to 10 second clip, maybe of you training with some text overlaid, and then you could also put a little bit more value into the caption. Another option is you have a carousel. This could be videos or photos of you training with text over the top. Again, explaining maybe why you don't like the bro split or why it doesn't work for the clients that you work with, for example. Or it could be a carousel with different types of graphics. The option 2 on the carousel is probably something that takes a little bit longer than the other versions, but it is also another option. And as you can see there, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of different content that I've done for one thing that I disagree with. What I would do then is repeat that for all of my interest expansion section. Then you could do each and every one of those from each segmentation of your interest. And as you can see, what will happen is you will build an incredibly large list of content ideas that you can create. Using the content creation step, which is step number 4, will allow you to reuse and repurpose content, because you will have one idea that you can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of content on. So if you do that for every single section, you can see how your list will grow. And then step 5, which is the important bit to make sure that it gets out, and that is posting. Post your content in different formats from different segments and keep track of the engagement. For some people, carousels will do a little bit better. Other people, reels will do a little bit better. Sometimes static photos do a little bit better. It really depends on what your audience is interested in. A little bit of a shorter video today. If you would like any support or help with building out this content plan for yourself, top link in the description will give you the ability to book a call with me, absolutely free. We can sit down, we'll go through and do this for you as a specific individual, and I can support you through creating that content plan. Please like, comment and subscribe, and if you are interested in this type of content, then I will be dropping at least one video a week. That is my plan for 2026 on either the Growth Club or on my coaching for fitness on that other side of the business. If you're interested, make sure you drop this a like, comment, share it with a friend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.